Hi, and welcome to episode 11 of Crystal Tea Knits. You can find me on Ravelry, Instagram, and Etsy at Crystal Tea Knits, and you can also join our Ravelry group at Crystal Tea Knits. My name is Tara, and I am coming to you from White Plains, New York. If you're a new viewer, thank you so much for showing up, and if you're an old viewer, thank you for returning. Alright, so I've been kind of in a knitting slump lately. It's been, I didn't knit for almost 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more. I know the box of socks cow ain't happening. It's not gonna happen. I'm 2 months behind in the socks. I know I'm not gonna knit more than 1 pair of socks a month, so I think I'm gonna pretty much put sock knitting aside till next year and then pick up and try again. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. That one sock, that chrome fingering yarn from Knit Picks, I think that's what killed me. I just was not enjoying knitting with it, and it was just, I don't know, it kept like sort of like shredding a little bit. But the thing is, I know it's going to be a really nice warm sock when it's done, and the colors are gorgeous. But the actual yarn I am not that crazy about, so fortunately that is done. And we have a winner for the Ginger Snap That prize. Isn't this cute? She makes these bags, and then she also has this beautiful little stitch marker. And I added a Madeline Tosh unicorn tail in blue, button jar blue. And the winner of that was Catherine Crafts. She was entry number 2. So congratulations, Catherine. PM me on either Instagram or Ravelry at Crystal Tea Knits, and I will send this right out to you. And congratulations! Yay! Alright, so as I said, I haven't really been knitting too much. And there are 2 things I did. Well, let me start with the first thing. Is a whip. This, as I said, I've been trying to finish, is the Vine Lace Shawl by Patons. The yarn I am using is Patons Lace. It is in the Patina colorway. It is 80% acrylic, 10% mohair, 10% wool. I love the colors of the yarns from this company. I don't even know if they make this anymore, but I have so much of it I bought when I first started knitting. I just loved all the color combinations they made. I already made 1 shawl with this. And I do love making the shawl. It's the same thing over and over again for like, I don't know, 5 feet, 6 feet maybe. So it gets a little repetitive. It is going to be beautiful though. And then you add a ruffle over here, and that's going to be in the sequence lace. Sequence lace in the crystal colorway. And that is, I think, the same exact stuff. 68 acrylic, 14% polyester, 9% mohair, and 9% wool. And I am knitting them on, where is it? Size 6 needles, 4mm. And this is how much I did. I actually have been doing, every day I was doing a little bit at a time before I got into my knitting slump. So you see like where I started. And I have a lot of progress. I'm finally using my progress keepers, people. Yay. And that's pretty much how much I did. I did like 1 repetition a day. Hopefully I'll finish this. It'd be lovely to finish it by winter because it's really, really comfy. It's going to be very warm. And this bag, my Darth Vader candy skulls, is from Tangled Strings. It's on Etsy. Oh, it's a yarngoodstore.com on Etsy. I loved it. She also came with this beautiful skein of yarn if you looked at a past episode. And with that project, basically I started out with straight needles and I felt like it was getting very heavy, so I switched to circulars. So hopefully I'm still going to keep it. I have to finish it. I have to. It's ridiculous. I also have to finish my son's sweater, which has been on hiatus for quite some time. It's like ridiculous. It's just, all I got to do is the sleeves. That's all. Just sleeves. I'm done with his sweater, and I want it because he's going to start school in September. So I like him to wear it. Crazy me, right? I don't know. Okay. So this other one I have been talking about, dying for. You've seen it on Instagram. If anyone watches Instagram on me, follow me on Instagram. And it's in my Ravenclaw bag that I made. Yay. I'm a Ravenclaw, people. I went a little Harry Potter crazy. Thank you for Katie at Inside Number 23. I have gone out of my mind nuts with adding Ravenclaw products to me with my Ravenclaw pride. Because I kept saying I was going to go to Universal Studios Harry Potter World, and I'm going to buy all the Ravenclaw stuff. Well, I don't think I'm going to get there anytime soon, so I just like, you know, this is the perfect time just to really get up to the 20th year of Harry Potter. Let's go Ravenclaw crazy. So, these are the colors I have chosen. They're all Lolo Did It yarns. Originally, I was going to do it in Wool and Vine yarns. I kept this on the needles to show you the difference in the blues. This was Special Snowflake by Wool and Vine. And see the difference in the blue? This is so much more Ravenclaw than this one would have been. So I'm going to frog that one. And I'm so glad I switched. I really, really am. It's just, oh, that's the back. It's just beautiful. The way it's going to look. And I love the lace panels. The first time I did the lace, it's a very easy lace, and I messed up. I missed one yarn over. I was so mad. I had the whole thing done. I was into the next garter ridge, and I had to take it apart. I was like, why? It was just so depressing. And then the needle I am using for this is a size 3, 3.25 millimeter. It's a Knitter's Pride one, Carbones I think it's called. And this is also Lolo Did It in, let me see, Hensonberg, which I think is a reference to Mad Men, in the low favorite space, 80% superwash merino wool, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. That is the blue color. And then the gray, so pretty, it's Angry Rhino, same exact yarn. So, take another look. Oh, again backwards. And I got Hedwig. Hedwig's my little progress keeper. I'm using them. I'm happy. I finally realized I should use them. They just make me happy. Look at the lace in the blue. It's absolutely stunning. I just can't. I love how she starts out with, you got solid, then you do like one row, then you do 2 rows, and then you just switch, so then by the time you're over here, you did the opposite of what was over here. I just love it. It's brilliant. It's a lot of fun. Honestly, if I didn't go on my knitting slip, this would have been done. You know, my knitting mojo was just not there, and it would have been done in 2 seconds. Because I'm pretty much done with it. I just got a little bit more, and then I block it. I went down needle size, or maybe even 2, because my garter stitch is very, very loose, I feel. I mean, it looks very small, but I have a feeling when I block it, it's going to get very large. And for my last project, this is exciting. My friend Katie and I have been dying to cast this on. I've had this yarn for about 4 years, I would say. It's sick. I know. I mean, not 4 years. Since, over 4 months. It's 4 yarns. I've had it since last year. And I was going crazy, because I had to do the whole thing in Wool and Vine yarn, people. I had to, because I'm crazy like that. And I was actually able to get it all in the Blitz base. I'm very happy about it. It is Exploration Station, people. Yes, I'm doing it. So excited. Oh my god. I started it this week. I haven't been able to put it down. I'm already on the brioche section. It is crazy. Let me tell you, the first yarns, I said it's Wool and Vine yarn in the Blitz base, which is 438 yards, and it is 75 superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 5% gold stellina. And I got it in Taiga, which is color D, Black Pearl, which is color B, sorry it's out of order, Moondrop, color A, and Figgy Pudding. I love this. This is a one-of-a-kind color. I luckily was able to snag 3 skeins of it. Oh my god, I'm in love with this. I wish you remembered the things that this could be a regular color, 'cause it's just gorgeous. It's all roses and greens and just violets. It's just beautiful. And this is my shawl. I went down a needle, as I said, when I do garter stitch, because it's ridiculous how loose it looks. And then I went down to a size. It was a size 5 millimeter, which is, my notes are like all over the place. 3.75 millimeters, and I'm doing the brioche in a size 4, which is 3.5 millimeters. Because basically the brioche comes out even looser. At first I didn't think I had to go down another needle size, because as I said, I already do garter stitch big. I needed to for brioche. And it's just, oh my god. Look at that. Let me go the right way. I just have this little thing so I know which side is the right side. But now that I did the brioche, I know which side is the right side. Look, oh my god, it's rose. The figgy pudding. I just can't. And then every time I picked it up, I kept wanting to change the colors. I was like, should I or shouldn't I? And I'm crazy. Originally I started out with color A as figgy pudding and B as black pearl. No, I mean not. B is figgy pudding, C is black pearl, because color A is moondrop. That goes through the whole thing. And I took it apart and I switched the two colors. I wanted it very rosy. But then when I'm doing the brioche, it's supposed to be, B is supposed to be on the right side and C on the wrong side. I switched it up. So I have C on the right side and the black pearl, which is B on the wrong side. But I have to say, I was very nervous about putting brioche. I put in a lifeline. I'm almost done. I think I got one more repeat and I'm done with the brioche. It came out beautiful except for this one part which is aggravating me. But I think it's because the way I have to flick the yarn, it's a little funky. I wish it wasn't doing that, but it is. I don't know. It's like doing that little thing right there. I don't know why it did that. You have to leave the yarn in the back in certain areas, and you had to flick it in the front. So I think that's why it's coming out like that. But I just can't. I just can't. It's just so beautiful. It's just gorgeous. And I love the moondrop going through. The moondrop is a very, very bright color. It's just going right through the whole thing. I could see me making about 10 or 15 of these. I really could. It's just, oh my god. I can't. I love it. Oh, it just makes me happy. And I have not been able to put it down. Unfortunately, because my son is very hyper, I don't want to do brioche when he's around. I feel like if I do the brioche when he's around, I'm going to make a mistake. And to try to fix a mistake in brioche is a little too much drama for me, quite frankly. So I don't think I'm taking my time with that part. And then I've got 2 more sections, and then I got the border, and I'm done. So I'm almost done. I can't wait for fall so I can wear this. I really cannot wait for this. It's just, this makes me happy. This makes my heart sing right here. Absolutely, oh my gosh. I just can't. So that is pretty much all the knitting I did. Oop, there goes my stitch markers. But yeah, as I said, I was in a real funk. I don't know. I just really didn't knit too much. This is going to be a really short episode. But I do have a couple of things I want to show you that I did buy, of course, because I'm psychotic and I do that. But one thing I bought, which is also going to be a project soon, so I'm very, very happy, very excited. Unfortunately, I have stitch markers to go with this bag. I'll show it to you another day because I left them inside. But I had to buy this. Oh my gosh, I had to buy this. It's just so me. A Golden Girl project bag. I had to. And look how beautiful the little butterflies are down here. Oh my gosh. This makes me so happy. It's like, oh my god. When I saw this, I just was dying inside. I had to buy this. This is just, you don't know. I love the Golden Girls. And I was fortunate enough to meet Bea Arthur when she did her one-woman show in New York City. Oh, that woman on stage, the presence. Oh my god. Phenomenal, phenomenal actress. I mean, she sings the songs from Maude. Not Maude, Mame. Oh my gosh. Bosom Buddy and everything. It was beautiful. And I had to buy it. I mean, these women are iconic. They're geniuses. And then look at the inside. Look how pretty the inside. I love this bag. And I found matching stitch markers. Unfortunately, I said they're inside. I have to hide my stitch markers. My son, he goes after them. He starts playing with them. He thinks they're little figurines. I keep saying, don't touch them, don't touch them. And he's always after them. So I have to hide them. So that's why I forgot to bring them out here, unfortunately. So, I forgot. Oh, I got the stitch markers all the way over there. I might have to jump up and get it in a minute. Oops, sorry. But, this is from Stitchin' You Bags. She's on Etsy. Here's her little label. She's great. She was so nice. And she even made this for me. I asked her if she could make it in the matching fabric. Because I was just like, I have to have a handle with my bags. I don't like bags without handles. So she made that for me, and I just love it. She gave a little progress keep of a little Christmas tree, which is cute. Where is it? There you go. Stop it! Right there. And for the first project, I'm going to be... Oh, and this... Look, it's a little scent pouch. Everything smells like chamomile and lavender when you open the package. It was just such a nice little touch. I just loved it. I'm telling you, I'm just in love with this bag. It's like, I think this is my favorite project bag of all time. You're going to be seeing a lot of this bag out because it just makes me happy. And so my yarn, again, is Wool & Vine yarn on her Blitz base because I'm psychotic. This is actually the first skein of yarn I've ever bought from her. And it's the Succulents color. And in Poe, it's going to be an amulet shawl. That's what I'm going to be making. I have to. I have to, people. It's happening. I've been saying that, and I also have another Wool & Vine. Next episode is going to be very Wool & Vine, I have a feeling, because I also, the Fairy Hill shawl, which is going to be in her tea leaves colorway. So I have 3 shawls that I'm probably going to have on the needles of her yarn. I'm finally using her yarn. Yay, Kristen. So, makes me happy. Oh my god. I've been staring at this bag. I don't know if anyone else loves Golden Girls. It's just, they make me happy. I have the Rose Pop figure, and my husband just bought me the other ones. Hopefully they're coming in soon. I'm just so excited. He's like, oh my god, this is insane, your obsession. So, the other thing I bought, as I said, I want Ravenclaw crazy. And I've had my eye on this for quite some time. And it's this yarn ball. I finally have a yarn ball. And it's Ravenclaw. And over here it says, wit beyond measure. Can't read. Measure is man's greatest treasure. And on the side it's Hogwarts, Hedwig, Nargles. I love this bowl. This makes me, again, happy. So happy. Anything Ravenclaw makes me happy. I just wish it was a little bit of a darker blue. And you can get it on, how do you say this? Griffin Wick. He makes these in the house colors. I don't think he has any more Ravenclaw ones, but I know he has Slytherin, Huddlepuff, and Gryffindor. So definitely check him out. Again, he's on Etsy. And I showed you the Hedwig thing from Sugar Tots. And 1 minute, let me go get it really quick. Ah. Everything's going to go flying. Okay, here. Sorry. And then the other thing I wanted to show you was, I got these from Sugar Tots. This is a narwhal with ice cream on his head. And then a little pink narwhal with a sparkly little thing. I've been wanting these for a while, so I was like, if I'm getting Hedwig, I'm going to get my narwhals. Very excited. Ooh, it's very muddy over here. It rained earlier today, so I'm like, ooh, what's going on? And as I said, I'm in Wool & Vine obsessive. And the last thing I bought, which I shouldn't buy anything for a very long time after I bought this because of this, is she's came out with Oracle shawl. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it because I'm not, believe it or not, I'm not crazy about the look of brioche, but I love the lace in the shawl, so maybe I will end up doing it. I don't know. And I do enjoy knitting brioche. It's actually, when I first started the shawl, I haven't done it since the boardwalk, no, not the boardwalk shawl, what did I do it? Building Block shawl of Stephen West's. And I remember it was just little sections. And I picked up 1, 2, 3, and I was able to do it. But I just psyched myself out saying it's going to be very intimidating to do this. So it's like over 200 stitches. It's so easy to do brioche. I love it. As I said, but when you drop a stitch, you're in trouble. I know there's ways to pick it up, but it just freaks me out to drop it. So I'm not really that crazy about it because of that. So, and I'm not really crazy about the, what do you call it? Ribbing. Ribbing look. So basically brioche looks like ribbon, but you know what I like about it? It's very flexible and sweet. You know, it's very, very soft. So I really enjoy brioche. I like knitting it. So maybe I will knit the shawl eventually. I don't know. But she came out with 3 sets of 3 of her yarns to knit the shawl. And I'm like, that is perfect. Because I am a Wool & Vine junkie. And I can get 3 skeins of yarn at once. I don't have to go buy the yarn, go back to the site, try to get another one. So, she came back with Narwhal. That's my favorite skein of hers. Oh my god, I just adore it. And I got them all in Norway. So I got Black Pearl, Neptunia, and Fairy Hair. And I was actually able to snag another one, which I was a little disappointed because I thought this was Black Pearl. It is dirty on purpose. And I can't see it in the... Let me see it. I'll take them out. I kept them all together. So it's Fairy Hair. Dirty on purpose. Oh, and tea leaves. I love tea leaves. I would love to make a sweater out of this. Upside, now I have 2 skeins of this. If I get 3 more skeins, I can make a sweater out of that one. And let me show you the other 2 colors a little bit better. Oh, this was called Under the Sea Pack, and then this one was called, is there a name on this one? The Smitten Pack. Okay, so again, Fairy Hair. Neptunia. And one of my favorites, Black Pearl. I'm very excited that I got this because I have 2 skeins from last year when I went to our trunk show in Norway. So that means I have 3. So I need 2 more, and I've got a sweater. So I will be keeping my eye out for that. I am going to try to go on a yarn diet, except for her yarn, because I said it's like hit or miss. It's very hard to get a hold of. And I love her yarn. Obviously, I'm making 3 shawls at one time, probably with it. So I would love to have 2 actual sweaters. It's very soft, and I love her uses of color. It's just beautiful. This would make a really pretty. It would make a shawl too, but I already have this in Blitz base in 2 of these, so I could make a shawl out of that. So I'm thinking a sweater, or even a short sleeve sweater. So I would only need 1 more if I had to make a short sleeve sweater. I mean, I could probably make it with this, but I would like to have 1 more just in case. And then this one, oh my god, it just glows. Tea leaves is just. I love delicate pinks. And I could wear this with my Exploration Station shawl. Beautiful. So, pretty much that is it. Yes, that is it. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'm pretty much going to be start doing this, I think, a monthly podcast, because I keep saying I want to do either a bi-weekly or every 3 weeks, and it's just not happening. So I think once a month is going to be my podcast, especially if I get another knitting slump. Because I did a very short episode. Well, Upside is a short episode, so you just go in and go out, so it's great. So we will see how it goes, and you guys have a great rest of summer. Remember, follow me on Instagram and Ravelry, Christy T Knits. Join our Ravelry group, because if I get another 10 more followers, we can start our Sophia shawl knit along, which I'm very excited about, because I have had that yarn since last year. I'm using Periwinkle Sheep in the Sapphire colorway in her silky singles. So I'm ready for this knit along. So come on, I want to get 75 people on the viewer list. So tell people about my show. So I hope to see you again, and have a great summer. See you in September. Bye, everyone.